A silent betrayal. I remember the day Steve and I made that promise. We were only teenagers, sitting on the rooftop of our school, dreaming about the future. We promised that no matter what happened, we would never betray each other. That promise guided us through college, through long nights of study, and through the difficult early days of building our architecture agency. We shared everything: ideas, triumphs, failures. We were more than friends. We were like brothers. As our agency grew, so did our responsibilities. Steve was the heart of the company, filled with wild, brilliant designs and endless optimism. I, Adam, handled the numbers, the contracts, the finances. Our balance worked, at least for a while. We even joked once that Steve dreamed in blueprints and I dreamed in spreadsheets. But behind the smiles, the numbers began to crack. Clients slowed down, costs went up, and soon the business was barely staying afloat. My personal life added even more weight to my shoulders. My wife had lost her job. Our youngest child needed medical treatment. The mortgage was overdue, the credit cards maxed out. Every night I stared at the ceiling, wondering how we would survive another month. Steve knew things were bad, but he did not know just how deep I had sunk. Then came the offer. A large, well-established construction firm wanted to buy our agency. They admired our work, our reputation, and they were willing to pay a price that could solve everything, for me. Enough to clear my debts, provide for my family, and maybe even start fresh. But there was one condition: full ownership. They wanted Steve out. Steve did not take it seriously when I first brought it up. He laughed and said, "We are not sellouts, Adam. We are going to make it through this. We always do." He did not understand the desperation clawing at my chest. He did not know that the bank had called me that morning, threatening to seize our home. He did not feel the guilt of watching his kids eat dinner without asking for seconds because they already knew the answer. I tried to believe in Steve's dream. He had a new design, a bold one, and he swore it would attract big investors. He said we were close to a breakthrough, but I had heard it before, too many times. Hope was a luxury I could no longer afford. I began to meet with the buying firm in secret. I reviewed contracts, financial projections. My hands trembled every time I signed a document behind Steve's back. The hardest part was looking him in the eye. He still called me brother. He still brought me coffee in the mornings like always. He still believed in me. And every time I heard his laugh or saw him sketching a new design, a part of me wanted to tear the contract into pieces and beg for forgiveness. But then I would remember the stack of medical bills, the empty fridge, and the tired eyes of my wife. The night before the deal was finalized, I walked past Steve's office. He was asleep at his desk, surrounded by blueprints and energy drink cans. I saw a sticky note on his desk: "Do not worry, Adam. We are going to be legends someday." I stood there, frozen. I wanted to wake him up and tell him everything. I wanted to ask him if legends ever lived with this much guilt in their hearts. In the end, I signed. The company was sold, and Steve was removed without warning. He did not shout. He did not cry. He just looked at me with a kind of silence I had never heard before. A silence that screamed. He packed his things and walked out without saying a word. And just like that, the brother I had built my life with was gone. Years have passed since that day. My debts are gone, my family is comfortable, and the business was absorbed and forgotten. But I still wake up some nights in a cold sweat, remembering the rooftop promise we made. I kept my house, my money, my comfort, but I lost the only person who ever truly believed in me. I made a choice. And I live with it every day,